Woo-wee! What do we have going on here? This was just announced a little bit ago. Peach State Mama said I needed something to watch while I'm laying here on the couch. I got you, girl. I got you. Hello, Tracy. Have fun to ski. Hey, gamer. I missed some of you this morning. The chat was kind of rolling fast, and I apologize for that. Hello, Ryan. Someone just told Ryan, congratulations. What are we congratulating Ryan for? Hang on, I got to look. She said, thanks, ladies. So proud of her and her team. What happened, Ryan? You're going to have to repeat it. Thank you for the super sticker, CR. Hello, Angie Gibson. Let me tell you what, this is crazy with Carly Russell. For one, we have already surmised that it's all a lie. It's all a lie. There was no orange-headed stranger that threw her into the back of an 18-wheeler. No. There was no Liam Neeson that was after her. No. There was no toddler on the highway. No. No. What there was, though, is a breakup with a boyfriend and a very spoiled and entitled Carly Russell. She had the block lined for her birthday. Why are people still supporting her? I don't get it. This woman, Iris, called it out. She said, I had a long conversation with one of the people who were part of Carly's search party. The entire town is pissed because they weren't given any updates after she showed up to her doorstep. It's alleged that she went through a breakup with her boyfriend. She did. She did. And the boyfriend is telling people to leave her alone. Well, I mean, I agree with him. Let's get to the press.
Yeah, Denise, I can hear you. Yep. I'm good. What's up? Yeah, about 6 minutes.
Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do, kind of like what we did a few days ago, I'm gonna have the 2-minute warning, and then I'll go back and get them. So they just told me it's Captain Zesliba is gonna lead off. If you would, because there are a few new faces in here, just, he's gonna pass it off to Chief Thursday. He's going second. And then there will be a brief question and answer period. So, and Captain Zesliba, like he did the other day, is gonna be the one to call you guys, okay? So just make sure after he recognizes you, just to give you name and affiliation, so we know who you are, okay? Appreciate it. So a couple of minutes, we'll go to 2 minutes, and I'll go around, all right?
Thank you.
Hey, I want a mic check from the podium. Y'all want a mic check from podium? Check, okay.
is uphill. We are hot now. Just letting you know we're hot now.
Yeah.
On social, they're taking our shot hot. Okay. Yeah, I'll let you know when they.
All right, I'm going live here, then I'm going up to the podium, guys, okay?
Good afternoon. I'm Captain Keith Suscaleva with the Hoover Police Department. We're here today to provide an update in the Carly Russell investigation. Chief Nick Durzis will read a prepared statement that will provide an update in this case. After reading the statement, we will have time for a few questions related to the case. Keep in mind, this is still an ongoing investigation, and there are some questions we simply cannot answer at this point. With that, I'll turn it over to Chief Durzis.
Thank you, Captain.
Good afternoon. Thanks to everyone for attending again today. I want to thank the members of our department and all of law enforcement who played a role in the investigation of this case. Last Wednesday, July 19th, we held a press conference and provided you with the facts of the Carly Russell disappearance. We told you the investigation was ongoing. We helped you determine where Carly was within 49 hours of her disappearance. Today, I have talked to and received a statement from Mr. Emery Anthony, attorney for Carly Russell. Mr. Anthony has scheduled a meeting for Carly to meet with investigators early this afternoon, but then I received an email stating that a statement was being provided by him on her behalf. Mr. Anthony asked that I read the statement in its entirety, which I will do now. My client has given me permission to make the following statement on her behalf. There was no kidnapping on Thursday, July 13th, 2023. My client did not see a baby on the side of the road. My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person. My client did not have any help in this incident, but this was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or any hotel with anyone from the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to this community, the volunteers who were searching for her, to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies as well, as to her friends and family. We ask for your prayers for Carly as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Carly, again, ask for your forgiveness and prayers. We have a meeting scheduled with Mr. Anthony to further discuss this case. We're currently in discussions with the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office in Bessemer about possible criminal charges related to this case, and we will announce those charges when and if they are filed.
All right, with that, we'll take a few questions. As Officer Hale said, when call on you, please state your name and your affiliation. Yes, sir.
Chief Mims, WAGG 610-100.1 FM Summit Media. Chief, do we at this time of the Hoover Police Department know the whereabouts of Carly Russell during that 49-hour period that she was supposedly missing?
As I said the other day, was talking facts and everything. If I said anything today, it would just be speculation. Actual facts, we do not.
Can you tell us where, or excuse me, what her motivation was for doing this?
I wish I could tell you. I think only Carly knows and maybe her attorney now, but again, the statement that we received from him does not indicate any.
For UTF and URC, can you give us an idea of what charges you may be filing against her?
That was strictly be up to the district attorney's office.
David Lanzini is 42. Can you update us so that there is a meeting scheduled for this afternoon with the family, or when is that meeting?
Yeah. No, not a meeting with the attorney, not the family or Carly. We have a meeting scheduled with the attorney, and that will take place some point tomorrow.
And there's no meeting with Carly Russell or her family at this point?
Not scheduled, no, sir.
Are you tapping with Fox 6? What's next to close this investigation?
Well, again, we want to talk to Mr. Anthony tomorrow and see if he has any more to discuss about the case. We'll certainly be asking if we'll get an opportunity to again interview Carly like we've wanted to since she returned.
Chief Stephen Quinn, ABC 3340.
Yes.
Your reaction now, knowing that Carly has admitted that this was made up?
Well, I'm glad that we got this. You know, we certainly laid the facts out to you guys and to the national media that had a lot of interest in this particular case. The sad thing is that again, there were so many people that were involved, took this thing very, very seriously, and again, we wanted the focus to be bring her home. She got home. We're very excited about that. You know, just it is what it is. The facts, I think, last Wednesday pretty much showed that we knew that it was a hoax.
Please, running with W1013, do you know the extents you went to during this search? And if you don't have a dollar figure for us, just how big it was?
Well, it was all hands on deck, and we don't have a dollar figure yet, but we're certainly working towards getting one, and not only ours, but there'll be other agencies that had a lot of support that they gave us and had monetary expenses themselves.
Jonathan with JLR investigates. Are the parents under an investigation?
You know, as I said the other day, we were going to try to determine exactly those 49 hours. So right now, you know, anything's on the table. We still don't know what happened those 49 hours. Where she was, did she have any help? We have no idea. You know, I read the statement from Mr. Anthony, that's all we know.
Chief Mims, WAGG 610 Summit Media. Chief, I can ask you this. What do you think prompted or provoked Carly to do this kind of thing? And are there any kind of mental issues that the police department or the public should be concerned about, or just what?
You know, not that I'm aware of. I mean, it's, you know, this was an elaborate deal. I mean, when you talk about calling a 911 and being up on the interstate, again, it would all be conjecture. So really, I don't know. I was hoping that we'd have an opportunity to interview and we'd be able to ask for those questions.
Were any others involved in putting this story together for her?
Mr. Anthony, in his statement says there was not.
Liliana County, WPRC, Fox 6 News. You said that you had a meeting scheduled and it kind of switched to a statement. Did they give any type of reason that switched?
No, they did not.
Thank you.
Aaron Weldon, ABC 13. Just a clarification, Carly Russell is not in custody right now.
That is correct. That is correct.
Last question, David.
David Lamb, once again. So first of all, when did you actually see this letter? And second of all, do these admissions and the content of the letter alter the investigation at all?
No, not at all. We'll continue to investigate. We're still trying to determine where she was during those 49 hours. But I am glad that we received this. It at least puts some of the social media super sleuths hopefully at rest for a little bit as far as what everyone, the conjecture, what everybody thinks took place. We know that by her own admission, it didn't happen, and we're thankful for that.
All right, thank you guys very much.
Okay, hang on. This stream got interrupted. Let me put another one on. Call me JB Buno.
By her own admission, it didn't happen, and we're thankful for that.
All right, thank you guys very much.
Certainly the news that the police had suggested could have been the case last week when they put forth a lot of information that raised questions about some of the claims that had been made by Carlee Russell. But as we saw there, this is our first chance getting to hear from Carlee Russell, at least through a statement made by local attorney Emory Anthony, saying that she admitted that this was made up, not just the kidnapping, but the abduction that she said led to her stopping on the side of the interstate. And she also asked for forgiveness from the public, a public that had become enthralled in this case, right? The details were so salacious. The idea of a child on the side of I-459 and that she'd been abducted trying to help a child, a good Samaritan. And as we now know, this case was made up. All of the details were, and this certainly is where it appeared to be heading, again, given what we had learned on Wednesday. The chief said that they had asked for a second interview. It appeared for a moment that was going to happen with counsel, local attorney Emory Anthony, but it did not. And then we were given, or rather police were given, the statement that they just read, essentially blowing this whole thing up, a story that had gained national attention in this case. It should also point out, though, that now the question, of course, comes as to whether or not Carlee Russell could face criminal charges for those fabricated claims. And you heard the chief mention that that is something that they are discussing now with.
All right, it buffered again. I was getting it from the website. This pray for Carlee and stuff is laughable. I am glad that she gave the statement to her attorney saying, I made it all up. I made it all up. I wish she'd tell the reason why. But there's no forgiveness with the law. You don't get to say, hey, guess what? I was coming home from the bar and I had drank too much and wiped out a family of 5. I'm sorry. I'll go to rehab. Sorry about that. It doesn't work that way. Not only Hoover Police Department, but other agencies spent a lot of money looking for her while she was at the Red Roof Inn taking nudes and eating Cheez-Its. So the DA is going to have to decide what to do about this. False reporting, for sure. Do they want to mess with it? I don't know. But here is the problem. This is a huge problem here. Look at this with me. These are other missing people in Alabama that they need to be looking for. Benjamin Tracy Ward, active. He's been missing since July 17th. Amber Grimes, missing since June 1st. Christopher Antoine Harris, missing since November of 2022. Harlena Michelle McCrallis, missing since May of 2023. Britton Leigh Baisden, missing since March of 2023. Gerald Dwayne Williams, missing since May of 2023. Zachary Scott Fisher, missing since February of 2023. Do you smell what I'm stepping in? That's the problem. That is the problem. And those families should get that $63,000 that was raised. I'm also happy that the chief said everything's on deck. Or as Ronnie Lawson says, everything's still on the table. So were the parents involved or not? What do you guys think? I don't know. Because she didn't survive on Cheez-Its the whole time. Her mother said she loves her food. She loves her food. They got to figure out what the hell's going on. Benjamin Scott Tenney, he's been missing. The last time he was seen was June 1st of 2020. We can go on and on. Jamal Lee, last time he was seen was December 19th of 2022. Tara Lynn Sawyer, last seen July 4th of 2022. See, so what she has done is she has taken away resources that should be working on finding the other missing people in Alabama. She knew she wasn't missing. She told her cousin that this was to get the attention of her boyfriend, and it got out of hand. Now we've lawyered up and we're getting a statement from the attorney. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I heard that over the weekend, of course, you know, I believe everything I see on the internet, that she told her mother if she doesn't get this puppy that she wanted, she would run away again. I think she's a little beyond the age of running away. She's a grown woman. Now she's an unemployed grown woman. She's single and looking for a job. Because I have a feeling that the cash in her sock was probably from the spa. We know the robe was, and the damn toilet paper. When you look at the list of missing people in her area, in the state of Alabama, and she decided to take up law enforcement's time and stage this phony kidnapping, it's disgusting. What about the real missing people? What about the real missing people? Jefferson Chapman, he's been missing since December of 2003. Russell Chastain, he's been missing since May of 2021. Justin Kyle Lovett, he's been missing since April 11th of 2022. You think they don't have families that aren't looking for them? It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. She should be ashamed of herself, and her parents should be too. Because her mama got on the Today Show. Her daddy looked like he was about to shit a brick and eat it because he was like, he couldn't believe what was going on. And she said the kidnapper's still out there. After they'd been briefed by the police, telling them that this couldn't have possibly happened. This couldn't have possibly happened. But they decided to go on Today's Show and ignore that conversation and say the kidnapper's still out there. Where's the $63,000? Where's it at? Because GoFundMe said they have not been asked for a refund. I have a feeling they're not going to get to do any fundraising on that site ever again. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Jules says, trust me, Alabama has way more important calls than Carly Russell. Yep. Yep. The safest town in America had more important business going on than Carly Russell because it was all made up. Hell, if I was them, I'd sell the house and I'd move out of town and I would change my name to Mud. That's what I would do. Wouldn't tell a damn person my name. I wouldn't show my damn face. It is unbelievable. Look at the list of people. There are parents of missing children that say they want an apology from her. From her. Not her attorney. From her. This prepared statement was not from her. The attorney had a paralegal, a secretary, a receptionist, his wife, who knows, type it up and handed it to the chief and say, read this. She feels really bad. That's not how it works. No. That's not how it works. Ridiculous. All right, you guys have a great rest of your day. Have a great dinner. Have a great swim in the pool. Have a great evening walk. Try to stay out of the heat. I know I am. OJ's getting dry mouth from all the heat. He can't handle it. I'm doing everything I can to keep him cooled off. And the Carly Russells of the world, we keep them in the rear view mirror. There are true victims, true missing people that need help and need exposure. What she did is beyond disgusting. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you back here at 9 a.m. We have 2 shows again tomorrow. You guys are going to get sick of me, but I won't get sick of you. I'm going to see you back here at 9 a.m. You have a great rest of your Monday.